Welcome back to the Scendora channel. I am Travis. This is Paint.net. We're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're going to be making a thumbnail. We just got done playing the Shrek Sim game after a long time of ignoring it. I have my template, but the template is just all the other ones that I've used. So we'll go over to my other drive, Adobe Videos, Harry Potter. Click on this one because I just go to a simple thumbnail, and then we'll load that simple thumbnail. That's this one. And then we save it as a new one, so we don't want to duplicate any of your stuff. One off, Shrek Sim Raw, we'll put that in there. Harry Potter. Then we go Shrek Sim, episode 1, thumbnail PDN, because it's a Paint.net, and that helps me remember so I don't have to like hover over it. Shrek Sim, episode 1, same one. And then you checked here, it's all saved. Hit your selector tool, and we're just gonna start deleting this stuff. Get rid of me, go over here, get rid of this dust layer, get rid of this dust layer, and then get rid of the number. And then we're all Gucci Gucci. Ooh, wait, the logo, that needs to go too. Usually I don't get rid of the logo because I'm continuing on the series. With our blank template, grab the Chrome, Shrek, Art, go over to images, you're gonna see lots of fun stuff. Oh my god, I love this one. Oh, the users on Reddit really know how to make a good image. Oh man, oh, and this one's amazing too. So copy this one. It's technically stealing, but I don't think they worry about it until you start making money, so. Then we'll paste it on there. It's a little bit smaller than we wanted it to be. Ooh, that looks like shit. Why, where's the HD one? Oh, 620 out of 280, so you gotta check that. So I thought it was a little bit bigger. Because you can drag this, you can drag it into the search, and then it'll look all over Google for that stuff, all sizes. Oh, there's only one on the internet? Wow, that doesn't happen often. Oh my god, this is perfect for the one that we're doing. Well, we're gonna copy that one because we might use part of that image. So we'll make a new, save it there. Go back over. Oh, this guy's wonderful. You guys are such artists on the internet, and here I am just coming over to take it out. So we have this, and we have this one. I don't know if I'll use that one, but I'll definitely be using this one. So now we want a swamp. We want a gross looking swamp. Scary swamp. Tools, size large, color green. And then we look for something that looks spooky, like this, or like this one. I like this one. Oh yeah, Cursed Swamps Arena, the contest. It looks amazing. Is there a signature in there? That's just grass. Well, if it is, we keep the signature in there, because why would you get rid of that? If they worked hard to make it, you may as well. Give them a little credit as I rip them all off. Keep canvas the same. Perfect. You can shorten it there. That'll make it look deeper. I love it. So we'll go to saturations. Pull this to the side. Oh yeah, because I always hyper saturate my background, and then I can always go in there and tune it back. Oh wow, no, her colors were, I mean, 44, it was that, and now it's that. That's beautiful. So we can go into Shrek, and we can take our little wand and see how good it does. Wow, really good. Sometimes you gotta rotoscope a little bit. So we'll go in as close as we can, around him. Around his little ear there. Oh, we did get rid of part of his ear. Maybe it'd be better if we did rotoscope it. So get yourself a rough edge first, because the better job you do at rotoscoping it, the better it looks in the image. That goes the same with making the background blurry. The more detail you have in the background, when you make it blurry, the more detailed it will look. So if you just drop a low texture city in the background and you blur it, it's gonna look like crap. But if you put a hyper HD picture of a city in the background and then you start lowering it, then the little details, the specular lights come out. as the artists often like to call it. So we'll go in here. You don't have to be too perfect. We wanted those fuzzies, but because they're in that black that's faded gray, I don't think we're gonna be able to get them. But we'll go in here and then curve up in there. You kind of want to follow it along. So we're gonna be rotoscoping here, me here in a minute. We're gonna do this one again because you see I did that owie cut right there, and that is not gonna look good. So we'll start over. That's part of the game. Just getting in there and trying to do your best. See, I did it again. But we'll see what that looks like. It's not too bad. Nope, looks nice and curved. But get these black marks out of that thumb. Those tend to stick out a lot more than you think they would. We'll just rotoscope the rest of this real quick. Get up in those bumps. Wonder if rotoscoping now would be, or I wonder if using our wand would be a good idea now. Let's see what that looks like. Looks good, but I don't want to cut into his ear. So if it's gonna leave these spaces here, then we just won't. And we'll just do it ourselves. Let's go around his eye there. Around this. Oh yeah. Cut into that ear a little bit. Leave a little bit, cut a little bit. Cut that edge a little bit on his ear, but who's gonna notice that? Just us. Oh, I'd love to get his little hairs on his chin, on his cheek. Oh, there we go. My scrolling went away. Alright, just this last little bit then. This will be near the bottom. So it's not too important to get right. Not as much as his face. Because you get if you do the cheeks wrong, or the side of his chin, it really stands out. And that is a cut out Shrek. And copy that, go back over here, put it in the behind me tab, and his hands are all cut off, so we'll have to figure that out. I didn't think about that. Oh yeah, put him this way. And this darkness right here is for where the number goes. So I put that black mark underneath it and then blurred it way out. So I want to get his thumb in there too. His thumb right there, his head just above that line, but I don't want any of this bottom line showing, and we'll deal with his hand in a second. What we do is we go here and we'll copy this part of him and go above the frame and put it there. So that way he's sticking outside of the frame. Then as long as we'll save, and we should get the number in there. So we go to coollogo.com. My preset is dance. I guess we don't need a number because it's a one-off. So should we just call it a one-off? What do people call those? Maybe we'll just put an S for Shrek. Then we go in here and find a color. We can change this color later. Diagonal, reverse it. Ooh, that looks shiny. We'll do that. And then it's on size 200, that's maxed out, so we'll download it. And then open this, go to downloads, get that out of there, bring it on back over to the one-offs, Shrek. And we're in the raw file, so we'll put this here. Go back to the paint and open that file back up and drag it in, open it, select it, go over to the number, put S for Shrek. And that's how I would do that. I don't like it, but because it looks like a 5. This right here. So search that one again, and get the tools, color, transparent, size, large. How long have we been doing this? 20 minutes. Sounds about right. Usually it takes me about an hour to make a thumbnail. This one, perfect. Copy, new, rotoscope it, go in there, grab that heckin' S. Very carefully around that. Oh yeah. So I'll put this here. I'm gonna put it behind Shrek. And then put that behind that. There we go. Because I like that darkness there, but I want this to be behind Shrek. We'll go in, and where Shrek is, we'll highlight that, put that above, behind here. There we go. And we'll cut that out, new layer, and then go in here where, okay, it's the number. Get out our eraser. There we go. Then if we can change the color of that, it'd be pretty sweet too. Reset it. Ooh, that's a nice saturation. We'll leave it right there, but it would be nice to get a nice glow on that. Can that fall behind the scene with a nice glow? No. So then we will take that and we'll duplicate it. That way the one on above can get a texture on it. Ooh, I like that. Can we make it shinier? Sometimes it's just a lot of before and after. What does it look like? Oh, there we go. There's that shine I wanted. And we'll save that. And then this hand situation, so I gotta rotoscope me. See if we can cover me up. So I go to my GoPro images, go to the last one, and then there's me playing the game. Looks super happy to be there. And then at the end, when I'm done, I go in, ooh, and take a bunch of pictures. So I don't really like that one. I do a bunch of faces, never really know what they're gonna look like, but there was one like this. This is the one where I'm gonna be pretending to hold an onion. That one looks fine. And once you've held a face for too long, then it then it looks very strange as you move it around. Ooh, get it in frame there. Yeah, that white light just really fucks me up. We'll see if that's enough. Go over to our pictures. Click on this one. And we'll drag it in here. These are our options. And this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. Okay, so we're obviously not gonna use that one. Do want the onion. Are you gonna use that one? Can I scroll out? Do a rough cut. And then we're gonna save this one as Shrek Sim Trav. That's me. Thumbnail PNG. And that way it saves it with the background all cut out. And then we just go in and we rotoscope this. Usually I'm listening to some music while I do this. You get to make the decisions of where you're cut. The hands are the trickiest part because the angle can look weird if you change it later. And these black edge marks love to bleed. Make sure you get that watch in there, so otherwise it looks weird without it. If you don't pretend that there's a big black screen. My shirt is somewhere in here, in this blackness, right up against this. Get this hand cut off here. And then even in here, just a little cleanup goes a long ways. Man, when it really blends in, that makes it tricky. But it sometimes is nice to go in there and just grab a little corner and pretend that there's a hole through it. And just going around that hair edge, that's important. You can just chop it off because you don't want any of that light bleeding through. You want to get a haircut, but also why would you go and get a haircut? Is that okay? A little sharp there. Even one pixel out of line looks a little weird. Go ahead and save that, copy it, and then we go over here to my pictures. Trav thumbnail cutouts. There's 91 of them now. And I have 91 cutouts of me from different episodes. I never reuse them, or I haven't reused them yet. It's just so I can just make an army of a bunch of me wearing the same 5 to 6 shirts. But now that that's done, we can copy it, click on the layer that's me, paste that in, keep the canvas size, don't want to change that. And then we gotta figure out where do we want to put me. And see how we cut out my little arm there? Now you can see through it, so we don't want it to be on the pink. Then we are in front of the frame. So if I pull ourselves under the frame and then cut this part of me and put it on layer 9, and then we're behind that part, so that pink thing didn't really matter that much. And we're getting really close to being done. Grab an onion. It'd be nice if it was rotoscoped for us. Can we? Is that asking too much? Ooh, there's a cartoon onion here. Free onion clip art. I love free onion clip art. We're gonna call it the onion. Oh, it goes behind my hair. Layers are important. Lay it in the hand. Let's make it a little transparent so I can see what I'm doing. Put it right there. Go in there, and we will rotoscope out my little fingies. The onion, grab this part of the color, back in and brush. brush. Go back over to the onion, grab a better part of it. Go back down here, take that line, and then go behind my hand, grab a shape like a circle, fill it up. Then we want the behind the onion to be yellow. Pull a big circle like this, blur, gauze-em, max it out, go to its layer, normal, then we just look through. So we'll multiply, that looks pretty good. Additive looks pretty cool. Ooh, well, that one like blows it up. Glow always looks good. Overlay it is. And then, we have not done the frame yet. So frame, highlight everything, Control I will bring you to the inverse. Grab our paintbrush, and we bring it up to like 400. Bring our hardness to 1. And then we want to grab a good green, because Shrek. We'll just go over and get all these edges. Darkness. Throw that in there. And then some blues would be good. Because there are blues up here. And we can't get any red on there. A tiny bit would be fine. And behind me goes from this green that matches this green to this blue, which is similar. So if we can get some more dark blues in there to get those nice soft edge lights. Be nice to get some nicer, ooh, maybe add some purple. We love purple. Remember his hand that we said we were gonna fix? That all got covered up. That looks great. The background here, right behind the tree line. Copy that. Put it right there. Change the adjustment of this one. Be nice if we could get it to be, oh, not that blurry. Sometimes just a little bit will do it. And that blurred up those background nice. What if I change this to like a different lighting? Because right now we have just the background, those trees. We did not have to do a sky replacement, so we may as well do a forest adjustment. Replacing the sky is a pain in the ass, and I love every second of it. Go in there with the eraser, make it a lot smaller, and then get that edge. That edge right there was hideous. One last thing, and we'll call it good, because we were at that how long? 50-minute mark. Sweet. So, and put in some dust, and then you go to tools, color, transparent. Grab a good dust. It looks black, we're gonna change that. And then over everything except for the frame. Looks like shit now. Give it a second. There we go. Does that look okay? Yeah. It's always tricky. But we'll call that a thumbnail. Shrek Sim episode 1, even though it's a one-off thumbnail. Save it as a JPEG, save it. And yep, that sounds great. And flatten it. I know this episode's a little bit different, but I wanted to show you how I made my thumbnails on paint.net. Thank you guys so much for watching. I super appreciate it. We'll see you on the next series or episode or whatever. See ya. Well, it took 50 minutes to do that. Usually it takes me about an hour to make a thumbnail, so actually that worked out. I didn't really do a tutorial. I kind of just talked as I went. If you want a tutorial, you let me know. I'll tell you what the buttons do.